back! Hey everybody, it's Erica from The Broken Spine, and I wanted to stop in today. It's been a while since I've done a video. It's been these past couple of weeks have been really hectic. I had two final projects due for one of my classes, and that, in between that and working, just like took all of my time and all of my energy. So I wanted to, since my class is over and before my next class starts on Monday, I wanted to stop by and tell you guys what I'm reading. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. It's Friday, so I'm going to do a Friday reads. So what I am reading this weekend, and my plan is to try and get caught up because I'm participating in four readathons this month, two of which are going to be starting on Monday. Bout of Books starts the 19th and it goes through Sunday, August 25th, and then Readathon, which also starts on the 19th and goes through August 31st. So I'm also doing Arc August, which is a month-long challenge, and then there is also Mythathon, which is hosted by Jessie E. over at Bow Ties and Books, and I am on Team Hades, which Cindy is the booktuber that is the host for that particular team. I will list all of this in the description box, so be sure you check out those booktubers and the blogs as well. So without further ado, let me tell you what I'm going to be reading this weekend. I'm going to try and get caught up a little bit because for the past 2 weeks I haven't been reading much. Actually, I haven't read anything. I read a little bit of the Nickel Boys, but that's it. So hopefully I can get caught up a little bit. I doubt very seriously that I'm going to be able to complete my TBR that I had set for the month, but it's okay, right? It's okay. So what I'm going to be reading is The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead, and I'm also going to be reading Everything Here is Beautiful by Mira T. Lee. I do want to get the Nickel Boys done. I've been kind of sitting on it for a while. It's a really hard read, guys, at least for me. At least for me. Let me put that caveat out there. It's a hard read for me, and I've had to take it slow just because of the content. It's not hard in that it's incomprehensible. It's just emotionally hard, emotionally draining. So it tugs at your heartstrings, and there are like gut punches throughout. So I'm taking it slow, but I do want to get it finished this weekend. So Mythathon, I haven't read anything for Mythathon, so my goal is to at least get started on the Dragon Republic, and then there's the group read that Cindy chose, and it's called A Curse So Dark and Lovely. And it doesn't have a dust jacket on it because if you don't know, I work at a bookstore and we are able to check books out, but we have to leave the dust jacket so the dust jacket doesn't get all messed up. But anyway, A Curse So Dark and Lovely by Kimmerer. What is her first name? Bridget. I've heard other people say that they enjoyed it. It's a young adult retelling, supposedly, of Beauty and the Beast. So we're gonna give this a whirl and see what happens. I don't know. And the great thing about this is that Cindy chose this because it covers all of the prompts except for the prompt, what's the book that's been on your TBR the longest? So I might just get this one done. I don't know. For Readathon, that is. So that's actually about it. There's one other thing that I wanted to do. There's something that I used to do, and I haven't done it in quite a while on my blog, but then again, I haven't blogged in quite a while, which I do hope to get back to here fairly soon. Maybe after this class is over. I'm taking an advanced grammar class that starts on Monday. And my professor, it's only 8 weeks. My professor has us writing 3 papers along with our class, what we have to do for every week for our class. We have no less than 3 assignments, maybe 2 on a couple of weeks, that are due each week. That doesn't include the papers, though. That's a separate thing altogether. But anyway, I digress. So what I want to do, what I want to get back to on my blog, and maybe try it out here. So let me know in the comments below if you like this. So what I'd like to do is something it's called the Friday 56, and it's hosted by Frida Reads. I think I'll link her blog down below. And basically it's really, really simple. You go to page 56, or in your electronic device, your e-reader, you go to the 56%, and you pick a passage or 2 that doesn't give away too much of the book, but yet is intriguing. So what I'm going to do, and this, I'm going to read from the 56% in my Kindle, part of the Nickel Boys. And this passage, I like it. Elwood is our main character. He's a teenager. He was sent to this reform school for boys. It's in Florida. The Colson Whitehead based this reform school off of an actual reform school in Florida that operated from 1900 to 2011. And there were some pretty bad things that happened within this reform school to the boys. Some of the boys were as young as 8. So it was finally closed in 2011, and the land part of the land was sold, and it was I think it's still being excavated now for bodies, but there were two cemeteries, one marked and the other one was basically just a dumping ground for boys, mostly black boys. So and most of them were killed. But anyway, that's that. But I want to read this from the 56% in my Kindle. And this is what if they had some poison to give the guards, which guard would they give the poison to? So here we go. They were in the Cleveland rec room after school let out. No one else around. Occasionally cheers from one of the sports fields waft over. Who would you give it to? Elwood suggested Duggan. No one knew that he and Duggan had a dust-up. Duggan was a stout-backed white man who stomped around with a sleepy, cow-eyed look. He had a way of suddenly appearing in front of you, like a puddle or a pothole. And you learned that his big, meaty hands were faster than you'd think, piercing shoulder blades, noosing a skinny neck. The supervisor, Elwood told them, had socked him in the stomach for talking to a white student, a kid he'd met in the hospital. Fraternization between the students of the 2 campuses was discouraged. The boys nodded, makes sense, but they all knew he really wanted to give it to Spencer, for his legs. No one dared mention Spencer's name, anywhere near this daydream, or else they'd never have wasted a breath on it. So that's just a little bit of it. And this is actually kind of a little tame, but Colson Whitehead actually did a really good job of telling you, but not really telling you what the boys were going through. But at the same time, he allows your imagination to take hold, to take control, and your brain starts to wander about the atrocities that occurred at this reform school. So it's pretty powerful. And the bit that I read why Colson Whitehead wrote the Nickel Boys, and it was because of the current political climate, and he felt that he needed to continue with the discussion on race from the Underground Railroad, which preceded the Nickel Boys. So he felt that he needed to continue the conversation, and he does a really good job of it. So again, I'm hoping to get this finished this weekend. I don't know. I may need to extend it a little bit, but we shall see. I'll see you guys later. Bye. If you like the content here, make sure you click the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified of new content.